The UFC welterweight division is heating up, and Colby Covington is in the thick of it. He's been calling out Leon Edwards for a fight, and he's not mincing words. In fact, he's warning the champ that if he doesn't fight him, he'll be stripped of his title. That's right, folks, Covington is not holding back. For those who need a refresher, Covington has been out of the octagon for over a year, but he's itching to get back in. He last faced Jorge Masvidal at UFC 272, where he won by unanimous decision, but things got heated outside a Miami bar when Masvidal allegedly assaulted Covington. For almost a year, Covington stayed silent, but now he's back and ready to fight, and it seems like Leon Edwards is next in his sights. After Edwards' unanimous decision win over Kamaru Usman at UFC 286, Dana White confirmed that he would be facing Covington next. But Edwards doesn't think Covington deserves a title shot just yet. He says Covington needs another high-profile win and that he's been inactive for too long. But Colby Covington has a response to that. He's calling out Edwards, saying that he's a nobody and that he's in no position to make demands. Covington wants a shot at the title, and he's not afraid to make some noise to get it. He's warning Edwards that if he doesn't fight him, he'll be stripped of his title. That's some serious trash talk, folks. So what do you think? Is Covington all talk, or is he ready to back up his words in the octagon? Will Leon Edwards accept his challenge and give Covington a shot at the title? The welterweight division is heating up, and we can't wait to see what happens next. The UFC welterweight contender has some serious beef with Leon Edwards, and he's not holding back. In a recent interview, Colby made it crystal clear that he believes he's the real star of the division, not Leon. He will get stripped. He will get stripped. Colby boldly declared when asked about what would happen if Leon declined to fight him. And he's got some serious stats to back up his claim. Look at the numbers from over the weekend. Colby exclaimed, "I didn't even fight and I towered over the numbers in the main event. Ouch, that's gotta hurt for Leon." According to Colby, those effing nobodies, which is his less than flattering nickname for Leon, and his teammate Kamaru Usman, they just don't have what it takes to draw a crowd. But it's not just their lack of star power that's got Colby all riled up. In his opinion, both Leon and Kamaru suffer from a severe case of personality deficiency. The S they say, Marty, I mean Leon, he's up there fumbling and mumbling out of his mouth. Colby quipped, "There's no personality, there's no charisma. Same with Marty." That's a bold statement, but Colby is just getting started. In his eyes, Kamaru needs a belt to be relevant, and neither he nor Leon are worth paying attention to. Marty needs a belt to be relevant, neither one of them are relevant, Colby declared. And for Leon to think he's on Conor McGregor's level, Colby is having none of it. "You're not Conor McGregor, bro," Colby scoffed. "You don't get to call the shots, dude. You're a nobody, dude." Whew. It's getting hot in here. With all this smack talk, it's clear that Colby Covington is not afraid to ruffle some feathers in the UFC welterweight division. As we all know, Leon Edwards recently defended his 170-pound crown in his first successful title defense, where he outpointed Kamaru Usman at UFC 286 in London. This victory helped Edwards maintain his stronghold in the division, but it also raised questions about who he would face next. Dana White confirmed that Colby Covington would be the next challenger to Edwards' reign, but this decision received widespread criticism, including from the champion himself, who vowed not to put the gold on the line against Chaos, despite the promotion's commitment to this matchup. Edwards remains devoted to his stand, insisting that Covington does not deserve the title shot. Many have come to his support, with several top contenders like Gilbert Burns and Bilal Muhammad being touted as more deserving of the next title shot. However, Covington remains confident that he is the true draw in the division, citing his popularity and viewership numbers even when he doesn't fight. Covington has been out of the cage for over a year, following his last match against Jorge Masvidal at UFC 272. Despite this, he remains determined to secure the next title shot and has called out both Edwards and Usman, even referring to them as Leon Scott and Marty Fake News Man, respectively. He has dismissed Edwards' refusal to fight him, calling him a nobody and insisting that he will be stripped of his title if he doesn't agree to face him. Covington's brash confidence and Edwards' steadfast resistance have created a tense situation in the welterweight division, leaving fans and analysts alike wondering what will happen next. Are you ready for some drama? Because the beef between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington is getting heated. According to Masvidal, Covington is full of it when he talks about fighting for a title because he's claiming to have a brain injury that Masvidal allegedly caused. But Masvidal's not having it. It's no secret that these two have a history. Last year, Masvidal allegedly assaulted Covington outside a restaurant in Miami just weeks after losing to him at UFC 271. And now Covington's claiming that the assault caused him to have a brain injury, but Masvidal isn't going down without a fight. He's currently facing 3 felonies because of Covington's claims, and their trial is set for May 22nd. But here's the real question: can Covington even fight with a brain injury? Masvidal thinks not, and he's not holding back. I'm pretty sure on the medical level, you can't fight if you have a brain injury, Masvidal says. Now hold on to your seats, fight fans, because UFC is reportedly gearing up for an epic showdown between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. Rumor has it that the two fighters are set to face off in London this July for Edwards' next welterweight title defense. According to Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso, the Edwards-Covington matchup wasn't the original plan, but the buzz generated by Covington's appearance ringside during Edwards' recent majority decision victory over Kamaru Usman at UFC 286 was too much to ignore. Combat Sports UK has reported that the UFC is planning to stage a pay-per-view event in London on July 22nd, and it seems like the perfect time and place for this highly anticipated battle to go down. Edwards, a Birmingham native with a 21-3 record, has not lost a fight since 2015, when he fell to Usman in a unanimous decision. With his welterweight title on the line, he's sure to bring his A-game to the octagon in what promises to be a can't-miss event for UFC fans around the world. But surely it won't happen so soon. But what does UFC welterweight champion Leon Edwards have to say about his next fight? It seems like everyone is able to voice an opinion but the champ himself. After defending his 170-pound crown in March at UFC 286, Leon is taking some well-deserved time off. When asked about a possible July title defense, Edwards responded, "July is 100% too soon. I fought in March, just under a month ago, and I'm still dealing with injuries and stuff that I had to deal with before I even considered getting back into a training camp." But don't worry, fight fans, the champ has got his sights set on a return to the octagon in the fall. And with no clear #1 contender, Leon is taking his time to strategize and plan his next move. "There's no one actually out there that's actually earned it," he said. "There's guys coming off 2 losses, 1 win. There's guys that have 1 win, 1 loss. It's a difficult time in the welterweight division. So now I've just got to look towards business. I will sit back, talk to the UFC, talk to my team, and see what's best." So what does this mean for Leon's next opponent? Well, it looks like we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, the champ isn't going to rush into anything.